On my first session, I hated it.
Kids everywhere, zooming around, enjoying it.
I turned up and there was a lot of noise and a lot of chairs.
It's fast, it's furious, it's technical, and anybody can play it.
Oh, Laura, she's on fire!
I remember I was really impressed by Cam tipping out of his chair. I was like, yeah, I want to do that.
You've got big chunks of aluminium or titanium hurtling around a court with people controlling them.
The first day she arrived, she did what they call a combine harvester over the top of a ball and ended up, you know, flat on her back, chair upside down, and just sort of sprawled on the floor. And Jess just kind of sat up. Someone righted her chair and she just climbed straight back in and carried on going. And I just thought, well, what am I worrying about, really?
And you're kind of like trying to work out which way goes forward and which way goes backwards, and you're just getting the hang of it, and then you're given a ball. And then it all goes completely wrong, and it's brilliant fun.
Wheelchair basketball is where you basically play basketball in a wheelchair.
How many pushes, Tom?
The thing that I love is the fact that you can have disabled people, able-bodied people, men, women, juniors, seniors, they can all play together.
I still crash into walls. It's not good.
I really like the way you can just be free, even though you have to be like focused on like the ball and stuff.
We've got one player who will go around full speed, trying to weave in and out of people, and occasionally goes through a gap that doesn't fit, just throws himself to the floor, gets up, doesn't care, absolutely fearless.
I just love my chair. I mean, I can move. I've never moved faster than when I'm in my chair. Whenever I've done sports, I'm always the slowest one or the weakest one if it's football or something. But in this, I'm not the slowest and I'm not the weakest. I'm just got a level playing field, so I can actually compete with people. And it's just a good feeling.
For example, I'm an able-bodied player and I don't have a disability at all. Once we're strapped into the chair, actually, there's very little difference between us.
Because I've grown up with a disability, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything.
I've had this ever since I was about 3, so
It doesn't matter whether you have a disability or not. It's about working your hardest and playing your best, but having fun at the same time.
Different people have different experiences. I mean, if we've got young wheelchair basketball players who have always had their disability, they've never known any different. So actually they're not overcoming anything, it's the way their life is and they're just cracking on with it.
Even if it's going to be hard, I like doing hard stuff, just pushing myself and seeing if I can do it.
When you have a disability or an illness or anything like that, you reach a new normal. And it's that you want to try and push towards and be the best that you can be. If you're a wheelchair user, you want to be an active wheelchair user. If you're using crutches, you want to get really good at using crutches.
Towards them. They're not sure which way, but you throw a fake one way, it goes round the back.
We've had people playing with kind of one hand or one arm. We have people with all sorts of disabilities and abilities, and anybody who can push the wheels on a chair can play.
Just like the point guard.
Yeah, I have a disability, but it hasn't stopped me from doing sport. It hasn't stopped me from getting my education or my GCSEs and going on to do my A-levels.
in my mind I'd know that I can do that, and it doesn't really matter what they think or what they say, because I know that I can do that.
Life's about.
Life's about what you can do, not what you can't.
That's just our kind of motto. That's just what we do as a family. We focus on the important things, on what we can do and what Jess can do, and we just muddle our way through the things that we can't and find a way around it.
And just because you have to approach it a different way doesn't mean it's not possible, and definitely doesn't mean it's not as much fun.
Really enjoy the sport. It's good having a sport to do with other people, like a team sport. It's nice having a team aspect to things.
Go! No, on the rim. Pick it up,
Everybody likes to take risks, everybody likes to go fast, everybody likes to play competitively and have fun.
They know that they can come here, have a laugh, you know, and enjoy themselves, and then when it needs to be serious, when it comes to a game or a hard training session, it can be. But we know that we can have a good time as well.
From my point of view as a mum, it's always been to enable Jess to do the best that she can do.
I want to train hard and get a lot better, and I just want to become the best that I could be.
The expectation is to try hard and get better.
I expect better of myself on court, like I expect to play better because I want to get better.
There's a lot of team support, there's a lot of encouragement, and kind of, it's not all kind of, you know, all smiles and going, yeah, that's great. It's just kind of, that bit was really good, work on this. It's the coaching and the constructive stuff that you get.
And at CWBA, like, everyone can ask everyone for help.
So no matter what your background, no matter what you're coping with at the moment, it's a place to forget all that, come together and be supported by everyone around you.
It does work. People can play together, and the kids absolutely love challenging their dads and challenging, you know, the older players, and then eventually overtaking them and taking up their first team places, which is what it's all about.
Right, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Blue!
When I'm in here, I'm surrounded by people with disabilities and not. I mean, I play with my dad, and he hasn't got a disability, so.
I've been doing wheelchair basketball the same as Jess has, but I'm just aware that she's probably better than me at steering the body with her chair.
He's fun to play with, and I think I've got pretty good, and I think he's part of the reason I have.
The coaching style here is really, really good. We've got quite a few really well-trained coaches.
You know, the basketball is the glue. It brings us all together, and we've got a common purpose, and that's from a 6-year-old getting into a chair for the first time and having fun with their parents, to senior players like myself who are nurturing through new talent.
And it's a way to embrace who you are and find your own normal and where your strengths are and feel really valued.
This is normal to us, you know, the fact that we've got a big, vibrant family playing a sport, having fun together, supporting each other. And yes, we're competitive, but yeah, we have a lot of fun as well, and that's really, really important.
I'm a different person since I've started. I'm a lot more confident in things, and you gain that from being around people and just being yourself as well, I think.
I love it here. Training's the best part of the week because all my friends are here.
A barrel of laughs that make a family.
CWBA in 3 words, which would just be a second family.
1, 2, 3,